all your life, do just about anything to make them feel alright. Have you finally found the one you've given your heart to, only to find that one can't give their heart to you?
And that's
Have
it.
you ever closed your eyes and dreamed that they were there, and all you can do is wait for the day when they will care? Have you ever loved somebody?
Oh, option up. You better.
Wow, we didn't know.
Ah!
But the spirit of Brand. Hi everyone, welcome to your favorite ants. I'm Brandy, allegedly.
Clearly. And I'm Monique. We are so glad.
Yes. And we say that knowing full well that we are not Black women. We're just
No, we are
kind of like
not.
going with the theme. I was singing Brandy. We're
Yeah,
obviously not
we
those people.
obviously are not.
Shocking. That's not Monique, you guys.
Shocking. I know. I wish. Friends.
And this is your favorite ants, the best show on the internet and the best way to start off your weekend.
Oh, absolutely. For us anyway. And then we just love that you're willing to come with us.
Yeah.
Journey.
I have no idea I don't know if it's good for anybody else, but it's certainly good for bacon is good for me.
It's good for me. It's shaking bacon. I helped.
Hell yeah. Come on now.
How the
Sarah,
hell are you, Kevin? Oh, I was going to
first,
ask
my
you.
friend.
Oh gosh. Yeah. So
or do you want to go second? I'm happy to go.
Yeah, you go
I have
first.
I've got happy and fun things
You go
to share.
first.
I'm feeling incredibly positive. Not to spill any tea, but I got a word back from one of the people who want to publish my book. And so we're going to continue to massage that offer to make sure it's optimal for all parties involved. And all that to say is it happened in less than a month, and that feels really, really fun to me.
You just work so hard for this in like in a couple of months, but I'm talking like from the time you first started writing to here, it has been, it's just fun to be on the journey with you.
Yeah.
And see how little like this is with ease that this has come.
Yes. And like, I think that's like looking back on it now, it's just like those small beginnings, those were so important and so smart and so needed, because who I was like 5 years ago was not ready to write a book, was not ready for any sort of attention. I was desperate and the universe could smell it, you know? And so she's like, girl, you need to go drink from the living water first and then come back. And so that's where I feel like I'm at. I feel like this is right on time. I feel excited about that. So I won't give you any more specifics or details until I actually have something in paper, in writing. But all I have to say, thank you, saints, for your prayers. Thank you, witches, for your spells. And thank you, everyone, for your good vibes.
What else is going on with you? Because I feel this has been a week where we haven't talked as much as we normally do. And so this is like fun for me to just catch up with you.
Yeah, there's that. That happened this afternoon. We got that news. So that's like fresh off the platform.
Fresh off the presses.
The presses. It's been a really fun week. I feel like I'm getting a pre-taste of summer because I've been going pretty hard for like a couple weeks, just like almost a social event every night of the week. It's been very fun. I feel like I'm starting to master the haircut that I want for the summer, which is like this messy undercut situation with a really, really tight fade. And I'm doing it myself, which I'm like, I'm never going to a barber again. Like, it's just
this girl needs a haircut so bad.
Yeah, you do. I'm just joking. Your hair looks fine. I mean, like, but if you want, yeah, whatever. Other than that, I'm going on vacation in 2 weeks. I feel very excited about that. And I think that kind of covers it for like my own personal life. We'll get into it during our current
How are you
event.
and the boy?
Delightful, delicious, and wondrous. We're gonna take solo Fridays by ourselves, and then he's gonna go home and see his mommy for the weekend, which I think is wondrous. Our ability to communicate clearly and effectively continues to provide a steady stream of reassurance and grounding. And I really like that.
I love that.
So, I will say, like, clinically, very good. Sexually, very good. Interpersonally and socially, very good. So, still riding the waves. It's still, like, you know, we're under 3 months, but, like, I tell you what, like, we're establishing some really, really good habits as far as communication and space and expectation. So, 10 out of 10 out of 10 would recommend radical honesty within a relationship.
I love it. And I
And
love that
now
our folks are
oh,
saying
go
how the
ahead.
hell they're there. Oh, how the hell am I? Whew.
You
Layered.
didn't let me ask you. Don't you It's my turn
Sorry.
to ask you.
You go ahead.
You can't take it away from me, okay?
All
Okay?
right.
I have one job here. That's not true. I have a lot of jobs here. Uh, A, how the hell are you, Sarah? And then anybody who's here in the chat, we would love to hear how you're doing if you're watching this live. And if you're listening to this later, tweet us while you're listening to us. It's at the Kevin Garcia and at Rev Sarah Heath. Tell us how you're feeling. Live tweet the show.
Yeah, live
Anyways,
tweet the
Sarah,
show so that like Elon Musk will know what's going on. Um,
he needs to know. That man is out of touch with reality.
I'm doing really well in this moment. I've had a really difficult week, to put it mildly, and so my friend, out of the blue, I was supposed to meet up with her, and she said, "Hey, do you want to meet me in my garden?" I thought in her home. Oh, no, no. She has a growing garden plot in the middle of our city. And her and I gardened this morning. And we like whole I have kale, I have green beans, I have like we gardened this beautiful like flowers behind me, lilies and fennel and all this sort of stuff. She made this beautiful
Oh,
floral
fennel
arrangement.
is so good. Fennel is
It's so
like
good.
people sleep on fennel. They
People
really
do
do.
sleep on fennel and also like Swiss chard. I have so much
You
green
can grill
goodness.
Swiss chard and make just an amazing salad with that.
I love to do Swiss chard with Parmesan with lemon. And so lots of lemon, lots of lime. So excited to do that with her and just to be able to share with her sort of the stuff I've been going through and just like be in the sun and like
Mhm.
I had my hair up in a bun and I was just guarding my fingers were in the dirt. I am not I kill plants. And so to be around someone who's like really good at growing them, I grew up growing plants. My parents are super like green thumb, and just like the mental space that gave me was wonderful because it
Mm.
has been a rough week. So I haven't been telling everyone, but I'm at a place where now I can. I feel like I'm able to say I am definitely in the process of discovering whether I have breast cancer or not, and that is scary for me and for a lot of people for
Mhm.
sure. So I had an ultrasound and that showed that my lymph nodes are indeed inflamed. So that was yesterday. But
Mm.
people show up. Like my friend Amber took me to lunch and we're sitting there and this is before my ultrasound. And then she's like, "Oh no, I'm going with you." And bought my lunch. And then we went, she was like, "No, I'll sit in the waiting room. You're not doing this alone." And I think the narrative of I'm alone that I've been telling myself for years is just complete bullcrap, like, even in this scary stuff.
Thank you. Jesus Christ. Took you long enough, Sarah. Good for you.
It's just like people have been showing up in like weird, like, so this woman this morning was like, I'm going to use what might be trauma activating language for some people, was like,
So trigger warning.
the Holy Spirit just made me feel like I should reach out to you. Are you okay? And I was like, eh. And my other friend the other night, out of the
Mm.
blue, midnight, I get a text from my friend who lives in New York. Are you okay? I was
Mm.
like, ah, yeah, I'm fine.
Let me tell you
So,
what, the whole when you wanna say another word for Holy Spirit is intuition, is
mhm,
inner self,
yes,
is infinite intelligence. So, like, the infinite intelligence that's present, the energy that you have connect with all these people, they have a hunch. It's like, "Wait a second. Something's off in the there's a disturbance in the
there's a
force."
disturbance in the forest and the universe. So, the next thing I have to do is a biopsy. And so, what was difficult for me today was that our healthcare system is just really terrible. And
Fucked,
so, yeah,
terrible,
yeah.
awful, doesn't care about anyone.
There's only one place that I can go and supposedly, and they don't have an appointment till June. So you have someone who has shown one MRI with contrast that shows something, and you also have someone who has inflamed, what do you
Lymph
call them?
nodes.
Lymph nodes, thank you. And so you're still going to make him wait till June. And I know my situation is, if it is what it might be, it's probably early on and all that. But you have a person, a woman who doesn't know what's going on in her body, and you're going to expect her to wait till June.
Yes, that's exactly what they're telling you.
Yep. And not only that, it was the difference between the way that my doctor, my doctor's assistant, everyone, they've been so rad. And the way these people that are in charge of the biopsy have treated me has been, I just want to throw something at someone. Scotty says, come back to Canada. We'll take care of you. Scotty, that's the thing that a lot of people have said to me, like
Listen,
healthcare.
you have got, listen, this isn't a bad idea, Sarah. If it comes down to it and you need to pull, like you go to Canada, you get a job, you've got healthcare, baby.
The problem is you got to wait a couple of months. So,
what's the difference between here and there?
right.
One of them's free.
That's fair. And it is a reminder of why I fight so hard for women who are fighting breast cancer, and why I've been part of a breast cancer team for 10 years, and why my mom, so part of my story that some of you may know or may not know, depending on how long it's been since you've been following, my mom is a 4-time cancer survivor. So all of this is very familiar, and yet my body is reacting in such an interesting way. The other thing is I am having exhaustion like I had when I had COVID. So we're talking like 4 p.m. I hit a wall and can barely move. So that is my story currently. But there's also, I'm tired, but
upset.
also
Bullshit.
But also just like surrounded. Yes, I went running last night. So we were supposed to do this run on Thursday night from brewery to brewery. You would adore it. There are some people who don't run, so they just drive from brewery to brewery and wait for us.
Okay, see, that's
so fun.
Oh, here's the thing. I'll come out, I'll get on a scooter, like a little bird scooter, or one wheel.
Yep.
And I
Those
would
are
just
my favorite people. They just
that would be fun. I would literally be on the one wheel next to you, just like doing loops, smoking my J as I'm going.
And
is it drunk driving if you're riding a one wheel while drinking alcohol?
Absolutely, it is.
Well, fuck. Well, if I'm not on the road, it's okay, right?
We'll clear that up later. The other thing
about it.
The other thing I'll say that has just been like a high of the week is I get to support my friends who are running, and I have an inner cheerleader in me that just loves that. And I had that moment, and you and I have talked about this so many times, where you're just so grounded and centered, and you're like, this is the moment that so many people work so hard for, where they're surrounded by people they care about. It's like almost like a just a gratefulness that
it's called awareness, baby.
Awareness. You're all of a sudden just absolutely present. I had one of those things. I was at a barbecue, and I was surrounded by people that I just think are so great. And I was like, my life doesn't look like the things I thought I would look to feel this way, but this feeling for me is available even in the fear of all that's going on. So the last thing I will share, and this is going to be heartbreaking for many folks, is that I, in the midst of me going through ultrasounds yesterday, took my sweet baby dog, who is the love of my life, in for a teeth cleaning. And the vet called me about an hour later, which is never a good sign, and said, hey, I need to fill you in on some stuff. He's got a heart murmur and he's got kidney stuff going on. And so we can't clean his teeth because he can't do anesthesia because he won't make it through. So that wasn't fun.
Jesus.
But this is the best part. I was like, so he's getting into a cardiologist.
This is the best part about my dog's health problems. Okay.
Because as someone who cannot get a biopsy till June, my dog is going into a cardiologist next week.
Jesus, your dog is getting seen before you.
Yeah. And the other thing is the vet was incredible and was like, look, I need you to understand that he's got dogs, he's healthy other than these two things. He's got years and years. So he had to change his diet. So my dog is on the most expensive food. He will not eat it. It is high end. We go in there. The guy is giving him all these different treats, and Tenor is just looking at him. And it was the funniest. He's like, most dogs just eat what? And I was like, no, Tenor is not food motivated. So we are working that out. That's going to be hard. And he's got an appointment next week with a
I mean
cardiologist.
I mean, my God, let's just like, here's what you gotta do. Just let your intention, and this is me maybe being a woo-woo bitch,
I
and
love
I'm
your
like,
woo-woo
just
bitchness.
I'm just be like, it's my intention that my dog would be happy and healthy and do whatever he wants. I'm gonna feed him as I need, and I'm going to walk him as he's needed, and I'm going to let him choose his own health because I know that he's healthy. He's just got some weird shit going on. And if he doesn't want to eat, that's his business. He'll eat when he's
Well,
hungry.
and he's just it's so funny because 'cause he's been so caregiving to me lately, and he's just been sleeping very close to me, and just we've had great times, and I'm so grateful for who he is in my life, and so it's been, a lot of things that emotionally are hard for me, so all that to say, and I feel like I've taken up a lot of space, but I've had a rough week, and our friends are having rough times, so it's been weird, but here we are, and I'm still feeling hopeful, which is surprising.
Or is it becoming your new normal?
Maybe.
And that's the
Also,
thing. It's like, I think that's like the work,
mm,
isn't it? Is like the work that we do on ourselves, the time that we give to ourselves in meditation and in practice and in self care, in our therapy times, et cetera, et cetera. When times get hard, that's when the practice kicks in. It's like, okay, what do I got to do to take care of me? Who do I got to call in? What do I need to do to make myself feel better? Not, oh my God, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad. And the brain is just keeping thinking this is bad, this is bad. And you focus on that. And every time you continue to focus on that, it attracts another thought that's just like it or worse. And then you focus on that. And then it brings in another until you recognize what you're doing and realize, wait, none of that's actually happening right now.
right now.
What is happening right now? I'm at a barbecue.
I'm at a barbecue and the people I care about are right here. And even though none of them at that time knew what I was going through, I could
They didn't
just
need to.
no, I could just hear people laughing over in one corner and it had this overwhelming feeling of I'm connected to all of these people. And
Yeah.
oftentimes I feel so disconnected. And even if
Mhm.
the worst is true, uh, I'm still connected
You
to all these people.
even if the worst is true, there's great answers to what you should do next. So it's not even like it's uncharted waters. That's we always we don't know what to yes we do. People have
Well,
been
and
doing this for a long time. This ain't your
sweet
first rodeo.
Sweet Dana, who is on this call with us, who on this call with us. I don't know why I said that. Oh, hell no. I'm making calls out. Dana is a breast cancer survivor, runs an incredible organization for breast cancer survivors to go to
Mm,
retreats. But it's so funny. She sent me a package with a pink retreats t-shirt the day that I found out that my test results were not good. And a big
mm,
hat, which I was going to wear today. This big, felt cute me hat, and just because
mm.
she was just sharing about what she does, and I was like, this feels like a reminder that I am not alone in it. So I am
Sounds
not
like the
alone.
universe is winking at you.
I know. I know. There's a
You know,
wink. I like the wink. So
there's a
here we
wink and
are.
a nod.
That's how I'm doing. I'm here. I'm
Well,
not queer, but I love the queer.
I you say that now. You don't know that.
That I'm not queer? Maybe.
Everybody says I don't. I always like to say I'm just like you don't think you're queer, but you could be wrong.
I mean, maybe. I'm
I
open
also watched
to
Mean
being.
Girls recently, so I'm saying that in like very Gretchen Wiener's voice. It's just like
Ah!
it's like you think you could like a guy, but you could be wrong. I also made boyfriend watch Mean Girls for the first time, and he fucking
Okay.
loved it.
First of all, first time?
He's never seen it. I was very surprised. Again,
Well,
this is what heterosexualism and heterosexual indoctrination will do to a young man in this country. Keep him from joy.
I just don't even know. So he was
Oh,
just seeing posts about we wear pink and not getting it?
he knew it was from a movie, but he just didn't, it didn't really bother him too much. Never really thought about it. He didn't know he was missing out on such joy. But he's also he's not a film snob, but he really he's somebody who likes film with a capital F. Like the cinema, the art of cinema,
The
etc.
cinema. You
Yeah.
went to the cinema.
Yeah. Okay, anyways.
Let's talk about
Let's
pop
go.
culture because there's so much to talk about. Ugh!
Yeah, we're moving into a segment of our show that we call Hot Topics S
Grievances.
special special bitches unit. Um yeah,
Let's get
bum
into
bum
it.
boom dum.
Let's
Yeah, I don't wanna, like, harp on the Supreme Court too much, only because
Mhm.
inundated
Mhm.
we're inundated with too much. We already know how it's doing, so I just want to say 2 things. Fuck y'all is the first thing I wanna say.
Those are the 2 things.
Yeah, fuck y'all.
Fuck
That's what I wanna
and
say.
y'all.
Um, 'Cause seriously, like, y'all, like, Amy Coney Barrett and Kavanaugh sat
The
in
dark of
front of
night.
God and country and said, "Yeah, Roe versus Wade is precedent." They said it was precedent, meaning we're
It's
not
done.
going to touch it. It's done. It's decided. We base the laws going forward based off of past decisions. Now granted, it would be one thing if past decision was super duper discriminatory and you need to change that, because that's what we did with, like, the
Mhm.
Civil Rights Act. It's always been about the expansion of freedom. The expansion of freedom has always been the greatest of thing. Anytime there has been a limitation placed on people, there has been a problem.
Mhm.
Um, with the exception, I would say, to gun rights. That's again, like, just look at all the things. Just like, what are you trying to restrict here? People's bodies. When you restrict bodies, when you restrict desire, this is
So
when this is what happens, and it's the worst.
I don't know if you saw my 2 posts that, have gone a little bit crazy on both TikTok and TikTok. I don't do TikTok, but I'm starting, and also on Instagram. I was singing a song, not realizing the SCOTUS thing, that I grew up learning as a kid. That have I sang this song to you?
You've sang this song to me many, many times, Sarah Louise Jane Heath. It's my favorite song.
Yeah. So,
My body's your body, somebody, Bobby. I just something and something from me.
it goes,
Right?
"My body's nobody's body but mine. You run your own body, let me run mine." That's what I grew up learning as a kid. Americans grew up learning, "Hey, don't touch me there. This is my no-no square." Do you understand?
Yes.
Do you understand the difference? The difference is I have body autonomy. There's nothing bad about my body, but I have body autonomy and I get to decide what I do with my body. So I'm imagining all these judges growing up on playgrounds learning, "Hey, don't touch me there. This is my no-no square." Learning like that parts of their bodies are bad and their job is to protect. Right?
Right.
It's so different than learning like, "No, no, this is my body. I get to decide what to do with it." And I'm wondering the like moment I had was like, because trying to explain this to some friends are like, "I don't understand."
It's
And I'm like,
and like I'm over here. It's like I understand completely.
mhm,
Like that's the thing. I understand completely why things are happening the way they're happening. And the thing is, people, I so they warned us, which sounds very, very, like, strange to say, but, like, and it's like, and this is another interesting, like, point that has plucked me in an interesting way, is that there's a ton of outrage from white women, of course,
of course, we are all outraged.
and yes, yes, yes. I wish that even for a moment there was a fraction of outrage for trans people getting killed the way that they're getting
Thank
killed.
you. Yes, yes,
I
yes.
wish there
There's
was
that.
an ounce of a fraction of this outrage over police brutality, violence, and the killing of black and brown bodies. I wish there was a fraction of this outrage for what's happening, still happening at the border of our country. Uh, I wish there were outrage about healthcare across the board, or that workers are getting exploited, that we don't have a living minimum wage. Like it's all these things of just like they
They're
came for you
so hard.
finally. They came for you finally.
Oh, that's a great way to put it. I think also too, there's this idea of um fatigue. We're dealing with all of this after people are their bodies are exhausted. My dad actually yesterday just told me about the number of people that are dealing with because of my like tiredness and some of my brain stuff that we might think is COVID related. People are and maybe my
Mm.
lymph nodes, by the way, might have nothing to do with breast cancer. That might be a long haul COVID experience. So
Yeah, you could have big old swollen lymphy nodes.
just because of that. So we're dealing with all of that, and people are just like, "Ugh, what do I do? Where do I focus? What do I do?" And I think it is not surprising to me that's
Mhm.
like, I don't know if you've seen the Elizabeth Warren video.
When I tell you, my blood,
She
I got ready. I was ready.
she lost it, but in a really good way. I would say, like, what I would call righteous anger. Uh,
Yes.
Came
That
out and
it
said,
was
"This isn't affecting me because I'm white and I'm wealthy and I could get an abortion if I need it. This is who it is affecting," and just screamed. And it was like all this, like, you need to understand, this is the poor. This is the
mhm.
black poor. This is the brown poor. This is the
This is the
indigenous
undocumented person.
poor, because cannot fly to another state. And guess what? There's Canadian companies already, like, advertising, "We'll fly you here and do it for you," for those who are wealthy enough to do
Good.
it. So they're never going to not experience it. And that's the hypocrisy of it for me, because
Mhm.
who
Is
is
that
fighting
Yeah, because the rich white Republican women who need it will find a way, and they won't tell anyone about it, and they'll continue to
ever?
shame other people for doing it.
Yeah,
It's how
it's
it's been for
self-hatred.
forever. Yeah, and so all that to say is, once again, fuck you, fuck y'all. And here's the thing: did Trump not say, "I'm going to get Supreme Court justices in there to overturn Roe versus Wade"?
Trump did it.
I'm just saying the bitch had a plan, and then he
And
did it, and y'all
Biden
are now.
finally said abortion. Do you know that Biden has never, in his presidency until last week, said the word abortion?
That's because he's a fucking centrist. That's because he wants to he's
I'm a
sorry to be a
centrist.
little bit of a. I have no problem with centrists. Actually,
I know you
actually, here's
love
the
me.
deal. You think you're a centrist. That's the thing.
I'm
You think you're a centrist, but you're way more left than you actually think you are.
That's probably true.
No,
That
it
is
is true.
it is true.
We could put up a quote, like a thing, and you could say, "Yep, yep, yep, yep,
Yeah, I
sure,
know.
yep,
Like
yep, yep, yep."
swiping. You're right, you're right.
Yeah, it's just like here's like what I think is so funny about you, Sarah. It's just like you still it's just like I'm not a traitor. I'm not quite in the rebellion. You're knee deep in it. You're knee deep in
Girl,
it.
you gave the advice. You are
I'm
in
like
it.
I'm like you're the comrade. Yeah, you're the comrade. Anyways, also I want to just kibosh that there so we can get onto something that's very very important
Go
as
for it.
well. Tooting and booting the looks from the main stage of
The
the Met
Met.
Gala.
I knew we were
Um,
doing this.
we need to do this, and
Like,
because here's the deal. I like some people are just like, you can't talk about some of that because like there's so much serious stuff going on. There's always something serious going on in this world. And people have continued to have sex and
oh,
have
fam.
babies and have galas regardless. And so, you know, someone got killed today, I'm sure, and we're
No,
not.
100%. Ukraine is it's on fire right now. We got to do something about it. But also, Blake
Mhm.
Lively's dress was insane. I
Yeah. So
loved
let
it.
me go ahead and share the screen real quick.
I love that you're prepared for this moment.
Yes, this is important. This is the 27 best and worst dressed
Please,
from.
because we've
Hold
got
on.
some people have already been coming into this. And guys, this is what's called allowing your central nervous system to return to. Okay,
Yeah.
there's Blake's dress.
Okay. Let
Yes,
me see if
honey.
I'm gonna full screen this real quick. Let's see. Does that get it bigger?
Mm, I
Hold
don't
on. I'm gonna zoom in. There we go. All right.
Friends, if you are listening to this later, I need you to go to
Go
YouTube.
back and
This is a YouTube episode.
yeah, this is a YouTube episode. So here we have Blake Lively in
Gosh, just
Versace, Ryan
fire.
Reynolds, and Ralph Lauren.
Fire.
This fucking dress. Are you
I can't.
kidding me, mama? Like,
It's heaven. I want to wear it. I want to spin in it, but it would take 7 people to move the train. But it's
yeah.
so beautiful. It's so beautiful.
Yeah. Really, really good job on this one. I think that it fits her well. And even though she got married on a plantation, I'm just gonna have to let that, So yeah,
Yeah,
we
but
know
she's
what
married
you
to
did,
Ryan
Blake.
Reynolds. But also she's married to Ryan Reynolds, who has done so much for Indigenous people in Canada, like, and
Oh.
on the sly, does not want and won an
And this is the
award
thing.
and
This
will
is why
not
it's so
like
and that's what's so surprising because knowing who they are is people, I'm like, "You got married on a plantation?" And anyways, moving quite along. Also, look, whoever did this rose situation on this back thing, I just
Oh,
love that.
I bet I just know I just
Okay,
imagine the amount of time that took.
let's talk about Cynthia Erivo and Louis
Oh,
Vuitton. Yes, God,
everything.
like
Everything.
I'm zooming
Everything.
in. Like, how
Just
can I zoom in?
I don't
I
know.
want more. Yes, here we go. This is what we came
Everything.
for. Like
Also the pose, the face, everything.
the
It's heaven.
nails. She's like, I am a black woman. I am doing this is Gilded Age in the South. I am, you know, I'm the church mama who also is secretly practicing hoodoo and everybody just knows it, but no one like makes a big deal about it, you know?
What's the It's a Maya Angelou book where she talks about like these families in the plantations used to sneak and listen to the slaves speaking because they had closer connection and family and all this sort of stuff.
Mhm.
This is, to me, this is like ownership of this like incredibly
Mhm.
weird space and just saying, no, I'm going to come in. I'm going to have
Mhm.
joy.
Mhm. Mhm.
Beautiful.
Just I also love the textile mixing.
Yeah,
Like
me too.
it's
Also
just
love the
the little pops
purse.
of gold. Yeah, the purse, the pops of gold yellow, just fab, fab, fab. Good for you, Cynthia. You nailed it.
How do we not have a
Um,
show that's just you and I talking about outfits? Because we should.
okay, Mindy.
Mindy. I haven't seen this one. It's new for me. A
Okay.
plunging neckline. I love a plunging
I
neckline.
love the plunging neckline. I'm gonna have to. Mm,
I don't love the whole look though. Do you love the whole look?
I don't. I don't love the whole look. It feels. It's cute. It's pretty. I honestly could deal without like whatever these like. It looks like arts and crafts a little bit to me right
Mm,
there. Where it's like we're just gonna. It feels like an afterthought to me. Those things. I think that she's beautiful. I think that the fit
mhm.
is well, but I think
She's
that
gorgeous.
yeah, it's not a for the Met Gala and it's the Gilded Age. It's a boot for me.
Okay. The
Do
umpire
you toot or
waist
boot
is
it? Do you toot or boot it?
I'm gonna boot it.
Mm, boot. Also, tell us in the comments if you're tooting or booting.
Yes,
We
tutor
want to
boot.
know. Toot or boot. Okay, this is great because now I can see my screen, you and the comments and the what I'm looking
Ooh,
for here.
so much is happening.
Megan, the stallion.
For me, it's the feathers. It's the
Yes,
feathers for me that I
the
just
golden
adore.
feathers
Feathers for
and
Gilded Age. Stop it.
slicked back,
Gorgeous.
like the cut, like the cut out nude illusion moment. Um, j- it's
I
everything
love
for
it. A
me. Like
high You
get in
love a
the, as
high
I say,
leg
get
cut,
the
though.
shoes, baby. Get
You
the shoes.
love a high
Oh,
leg because you have such great legs. But, like, a nice like, that's a great slit. Great, yeah, looks great.
yeah, 10 out of 10. Toot 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 to the moon.
Yeah, toot it.
Um, toot it and boot it. Okay, I don't know who
Oh,
these people
I'm
are. If
not
I'm being
into
honest,
it.
there was a different image of this dress that I like. I like the dress. I like her in it. I think that men at the Met Gala are lazy. Men at the Met Gala get away with doing the very, very least, and, like, if they do
Yeah,
even a little bit of something, it's like, "Oh my god, they tried, wow."
but also I appreciate her hair lately as
Um,
someone who's just wearing her hair au natural, and it's similar.
yeah. I mean, they look like they're ready for prom, and I love prom, so
Yeah, it's
I hope they
fine.
have a I hope they win king and queen, I really do.
Yeah,
Boot for me is the boot.
it's a boot as well for me.
Remember Mother's Day is on
What do
Sunday.
we got here?
Tommy Dorfman,
Okay. I don't love it.
I don't love it either. It's and
It's
also apparently
harsh.
also, can we just like the text over here says, "I'm sorry to say this is not working for us." I'm like, "Damn, Cosmo." I mean,
Uh,
like, the thing is like this color here and the color of the dress are two different colors. This is like a dark green.
oh, yeah, 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 I'm
These are
with
like a
you.
blue black.
Yeah.
And so and like it's a different finish. This is glossy. This is more matte. Like
The cutout
your makeup and hair is gorgeous.
weirdly
I
placed
think
cutouts, M says. I agree with you and giving me some BDSM. Absolutely.
yeah.
I'm not for
Yeah.
it.
I think
Guys, seriously, again,
a
if you're
different
listening
theme.
to this, please log on to our YouTube because you're gonna have to see
Yeah.
this in
You
person.
have to see this. This shit's really good. Maybe I'll clip this part from the show and put it we can just put it out as some things. So maybe we can start tooting and booting the looks from more shows. This is very fun for me. Oh god, I didn't even look at the bottom. Look at
What
this.
they say?
Hold on. No, just look at the bottom of this dress.
Oh
We're
no.
gonna Like,
oh, nope. Boot, boot, boot,
yeah,
boot.
yeah, okay. All right, Kim K in vintage Jean
Okay.
Louis.
So this made people
Let's get
mad because this is Marilyn Monroe's dress.
yes, indeed.
So
And
M
like
says the Met Gala shit show, forcing herself into Marilyn Monroe's original icon gown just because she's rich and she could. So gross. I think she looks fantastic in it, but also it is kind of a weird suggestion that I am Marilyn Monroe. I think
and
she looks
also like
fantastic though.
she bleached her. I don't think she's Marilyn Monroe. I think it was one of those, and also she switched into a more comfortable replica later in the
Oh,
evening.
stop it.
Yeah. And also like she told the press like, "Oh yeah, I didn't eat anything for like a lot of weeks." Like when I saw a picture of her with Pete Davidson, I didn't recognize her at first because I'm just like, "Oh, you really did hurt yourself, didn't you, girl?"
Oh
Like that's
no.
unfortunate. Here's the thing, nothing is fashion. Listen, if the dress doesn't, it's not that you don't fit into the dress, it's that the dress doesn't fit you.
Thank you. Oh, that is
Like,
our next t-shirt.
but yeah, I just don't like Kim K as an entity, and
I
you
don't
know,
hate
you're
Kim
gorgeous
K.
as. I don't hate her either. I just think that I think she's out of touch with reality. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So we bless her and send her on her way. Dress. I'll toot it.
Gorgeous
Like
dress.
you look great, but
Great look. Yeah.
this once again
I
is
hate
men
this.
doing the
What
very
is he
fucking
doing?
least.
Joe Jonas works with my
J-
friend. I hear he's a lamb. What is
I'm
he
sure
wearing? They look
and
terrible.
also who gave her this like
Like
what's it,
Not Lord of the Ring. This is like this gives me
Adam's
like
Family chic, baby.
chainmail. This gives
She said
me
I
Game of
am Morticia
Thrones
Adams.
moments. I don't love it.
Yeah, and I love how men are getting really comfortable, gender bendy fashion, wanting to like flex things.
Right.
Somebody just sewed
No,
this
that
this
lace
thing
moment is
to the back
terrible.
of it. It is an afterthought. It is disgusting. Pants under it, so it doesn't really even make
Ugh, I
sense.
hate it.
Boots across the board. I wish if
Boot,
I could boot it any
boot.
harder, I would boot it to the end of
I
time.
hate it. The whole thing.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Yes,
Oh!
100%. Give me everything I've ever wanted in
Give me a
oops,
bow. Give me a feathered uh
just top
fan.
to bottom.
Yeah, you tell me Gilded
Casing the
Age, I will. I will
also
bring the Gilded
clock
Age.
the silhouette on this. It is like she's like, I am
Gorgeous.
actually I'm a statuette. I don't even have feet. Never
No.
heard of them. Um, she's a classic beauty. She is wondrous. She is magic. I love everything about this dress. I love
Yeah.
everything about this look. I don't A plus toot.
I would say it's like it feels like an Orwell movie. It's fantastic. It's like it's great. Love it.
Mhm. Also, this is how you do gloves correctly. Same
Yeah.
finish, same black, same like
Up
satin
above.
moment.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then also same with this black here. It's not a gray black, it's a black black. And that's a lot of thing people make mistakes on. Is like, oh, I think I can mix this thing that's subtly a different kind of no.
No, not
Make
with a
sure you're
flash. Your flash won't let you do it.
yeah. Test it out,
Casey
people.
Musgrove. Guys, everyone look up these as if you're just
Musgrove?
listening. That's her last name.
Musgrove?
Musgraves.
Musgraves.
Sorry.
Ugh. Musgroves. How dare.
It's ooh.
Vanessa Hudgens, I think you look sickening. I don't think you did. I'm gonna go with what Cosmo said. You didn't get the assignment right though. Gorgeous.
No, this is for
A
me,
for
this is more
effort.
like a Star Wars. Doesn't it give you like a little bit of like a it's not a Gilded Age. It's like a
No, it's not
Star
a gilded.
Warsy
They
like
wouldn't wear this in a Gilded Age moment, you know?
no, it's a nod towards like I don't know what it is, but no.
I mean, I like it.
She looks incredible. It's just not Gilded Age.
Yeah, so I would say toot for the look, boot for the theme.
Dystopian princess vibe. You just nailed what I was trying to say.
Yeah. She volunteered as tribute and won, you know?
Absolutely. Okay, what do we got?
Janelle fucking Monet. Yes. 100%. I love
Ooh.
this. I love this.
I don't love it as much as the others.
I don't love it as much as the other either, but I really think for me, I'm a Janelle stan.
Right.
so she can do no wrong. She came out as NB very, very recently, so I'm just
What's
like,
NB?
"Oh, non-binary?"
Oh, okay. Oh, yes! I read a whole thing.
Mhm.
Sorry. Yes, didn't realize this
No,
was
you're
the
good.
person.
Yeah. I said also NBENBY is how people write it for short sometimes rather than just spelling out
Thank
non-binary.
you.
It's like, "I'm NB." I really hope that catches on. I really like that phrasing.
Also, I feel like it gives a little bit of like a I love so the headdresses of the Gilded Age, that's where I feel
Mhm,
like everyone missed out. Like some of the
mhm.
like
Like the big
mhm,
hats and the
mhm. Big
finery.
hats, the little tiny like a
Mhm.
lot of British TV shows do a great job of that.
Yeah. But I will say as
Scotty
this is a very
says, "I just came out as NB too." Scotty, congrats.
yay, come through. Yeah.
Yes.
I would give I would give this a toot.
I give it a toot. I also love the pose, if I'm honest.
Oh, Janelle can pose the house down boots, and what I love about
Like, I
her is,
love
like
the, showing the whole thing, giving a deep cut.
mhm, like, the way it hugs, like, her hip and curve right here, the light just hit it perfect. She's like,
I
"I
love where
do"
this
like,
show
"Yes,
went.
I
We went
am."
from SCOTUS to this. Keep going. I
This
love
is
it.
important, people, this is important. Boot, no.
Oh, boot the hell out of who is this?
It's Sebastian Stan and
I don't know
Valentino.
who that
Don't know
is.
who you are, boot, not spend more time on you.
Mm-mm.
Ashley Park, um, I'm also gonna boot this. This is not Gilded Age, this is High School Prom
But you also
gone
you
wrong.
look beautiful, but not that.
Beautiful,
Yeah.
but I just like, this is the wrong event.
Yeah, it's like if
This
it was
is
1980s that we needed to do, it'd be like a cute
it's this
neon thing, or like in the 90s, oh, a cute little
or the
neon.
MTV Video Music Awards,
Yeah, we almost did
or,
it.
like, literally anything else, or maybe, like, never I actually think it's kinda ugly, if I'm being honest.
Mhm.
It's not a great it's like 'cause, like, it's 2 different dresses. It's like, up here, we have this, like,
Mm.
80s prom quinceañera moment, and then I
Oh,
have
I
this
love the off the
ostrich feather moment.
shoulder. I agree with you. I see. Yeah, it's too many textures. We love a texture mix,
Yeah.
but it's too much.
Yeah, if you would've just taken this fabric here, pulled it around, and made, like, a, like, high V in the front or, like, a skirt with a train, it would be really cute, but
I just need
boot
all of
for
you
me.
guys to know that this is what Kevin and I would do if none of you were here.
Oh,
This is our
100.
friendship.
100%.
Because I
Um,
forgot we were recording this. I love
Anderson .Paak
Anderson
and
.Paak.
Gucci.
I don't love this outfit.
Yeah,
And I
I
love
like the
Anderson .Paak so much.
I think that if he wasn't trying to go for something else, like, this wig is just awful.
It's the wig. It's the
It's
wig
the
for me.
it it's the wig. I think everything else is kinda cute, but you're putting on it
I
too
don't
hard.
what's happening with the shoe?
I mean, it's the shoe with the bell bottom.
I
And
don't
also,
love it.
did anyone tell you who ironed your clothes? Like, why is there a ginormous crease right there, bro?
Anderson .Paak is so fashionable. This is not the moment.
So
The
fashionable,
jackets,
so
but
great.
each piece is great, together not so great. And the wig
Yeah,
is upsetting.
yeah, take 3 things off. Put 40,000 things on, take 4 things off, okay?
You're doing great
So
though, as a
boot
person.
for me.
Boot for me too as
Um,
well. Oh,
Liz, oh,
stop it.
bam, 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 bam,
That jacket
bam.
says Gilded Age. The look, the hair is a correct because it's almost a flapper, but it's
Mhm.
not a flapper, which is actually the Gilded Age.
Yeah, she said flapper into natural hair, so it's, like, doing a very modern take on it. I love
I love it.
also, when you Google the word "gilded," this coat is the definition.
Oh no, absolutely. It's the cut. It's everything. Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah,
You
all
did
if
it.
you haven't listened to
Great
her new
stylist.
song, it's the song of summer, please go check that out. Shawn Mendes, "You're hot as fuck, but this didn't do it."
Oh, really? You know what? It's the wrong era. It's so
Yes.
close. Like if it was Shawn
It's
Mendes,
like it
it's a
no, this
great
is
that cut for him, everything. It's perfect. The outfit is perfect.
yeah.
It's the wrong era.
This is literally Tommy Hilfiger trying to do The Gilded Age. So, like, in that way, y'all nailed Tommy Hilfiger being a brand, but you didn't actually nail the theme. Like, it's a C
No, no,
minus.
but like also you nailed the he looks fantastic. It's just
He
not the right
always looks
theme.
ve he could wear anything and nothing, and I'd still beat his ass. Ugh.
I was like, this is sweet
Mhm.
until you said that. Oh, I
Let's
don't love
le
it.
Pause. Don't you kink shame me
I'm not
for
kink
loving to
shaming
eat
you.
some ass. And it is sweet. Sometimes eating ass is a very sweet thing to do for someone you love.
Okay.
It's
I'm turning red.
true.
I'm sure.
Anyways, Michelle
Can we talk
Yeoh,
about
I'd also
this?
eat your ass too, Michelle. Like, you are fucking hot as shit. Look
I
at
don't
her.
love this. I love it
Are
on
you
her.
kidding me?
I love
She
it on
looks
her. I don't love it as a Gilded Age moment.
that I will say. Okay.
I
Yeah, toot the
love
look,
this
toot the
dress on
theme.
her.
I think I need more I just
I
want a
just love
little bit
her.
more. Yeah. Also, I think what's going on with this like watch moment? I don't know. I don't think I love I want it. Yeah, it could use an upgrade, but Michelle Yeoh can do no wrong to me.
Michelle
I'm
Yeoh
a
is
stan.
incredible. Also, that movie, we've already talked about it, but it's so
Oh,
good. Everything Everywhere All at Once.
oh my gosh! I also have another movie I have to advocate for before I forget, and this is going to shock the masses. The
Okay.
new Nicolas Cage movie
Oh,
is
I've heard it's
so
amazing.
fucking funny.
I've heard it.
I'm
I've
talking.
heard
I
that.
don't laugh out loud
He's my
at
neighbor.
movies.
He literally lives 3 streets over from me.
I could have. So I've been walking by his house, and I was staying with you.
100%.
See, now I have to, now you can't move until we meet. I have to come back and manifest our friendship. Um. Anyways, it's so good.
We have a couple more that we need to do before we do our last little conversation, which obviously, hold on.
Ugh.
Ooh,
She gets a shoot.
love.
She gets a
That is
shoot.
so cute.
Quanah chasing horse in some truly so like the theme within the theme was Gilded Age, but like the whole like, overarching thing was American designers. And so nothing says America
Indigenous.
more than indigenous. And I'm like,
But that's just beautiful. Not
stunning.
only is it correct of
Stunning.
the age, the jewelry's correct. It's just
Mm.
beautiful. That to me is beautiful. You just look beautiful.
Yeah. Nothing more to add, nothing more to take away, nothing more to say.
Oof, gorgeous.
Just be my friend.
Yeah.
Gigi Hadid in her I am going to gay ski week look.
I don't love it. I don't love
She
it.
said I am in the Matrix and I will steal your soul.
It also feels like you're my bedspread.
She said I'm going camping right after this and I wanted to have my sleeping bag ready to go.
This isn't
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
This is a puffer jacket that took over. It's like
It's
if
a puff it's a
Patagonia was the theme.
she said I'm going to take a nap later. So
No, but she's also hiking. Like, this is very much like the hiking thing where you like roll it out and turn this into a mattress
but again, hiking in the Matrix when you're running away
in the
from people.
Matrix.
Yeah.
Hair and
I
makeup's
feel
great.
like if you go into the coat, you might find your way to Narnia, you know?
That seems fair.
Yeah.
My
So,
God.
cute, but it's a boot for me. Sorry,
Boot
sis.
for me. Boot, boot, boot.
Oh,
Give me like a baba. I love her. Oh, I
but
need to get
oh,
closer. I don't love this
I can
outfit.
I can get closer.
Oh, no, 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 it's not. Oh, no.
Don't
It's
worry, don't
not
worry.
flattering to her, and she's gorgeous.
Um, this.
No, sweetie.
Oh, quinceanera meets Asian sensation meets something went very wrong.
It's not great. The tie things. Oh, she's
Oh.
adorable. What's
She's
happening
a
with the
beautiful woman. She's like,
hair?
I love her album, but just like somebody did her dirty.
Somebody did her
Obviously, she didn't have a gay
dirty.
person. There was not a gay person in the room. That's what
Somebody did
happened
her
here.
boobs wrong, which I totally agree with. Yeah. Oh,
Wow.
sweetie.
So sorry, sis. We love you.
Boot,
We send you
boot.
joy, honor, and blessings. I don't know who Emma Corrin is, but I'm gonna say I love your work outside of the Buckingham Palace.
So Emma
uh,
Corrin, no, honey.
no, Gilded Age my ass. Not even on a modern take on the
Uh-uh.
like Macaulay Culkin. I love your work.
It is
But
just
you look
why
like
so
you
much
look like
shoulder? That's a lot of shoulder.
I mean disproportionate to the person. So
Okay.
we bless. We bless.
Sorry, friends that are just listening to us.
Normani, I really wanna
No,
like this.
I
I
love the
really
idea of this.
if you would have just honestly, just connect the middle part. I don't need a huge
Connect
cutout
the
in the
middle part.
middle.
You've got a great abs. You've got great abs. We don't need to know
Yeah,
that in
Normani,
this
you're
moment.
gorge, and, like, I would have loved just, like, a cinched waist, all
Mhm.
black velvet with
Also,
also the hat!
the connecting
Let's talk
lines are
about
not it either, though.
I like that. I could deal with that if it was
Not for
connected
a
here.
Gilded Age. Anyway, I
I
boot
mean,
it.
I would take it as yeah, I'm gonna boot it too, but I will say only hat. First
I
hat
love
we've
the
seen.
hat. I love the hat.
So toot the hat, boot the rest. Boot. Boot. Venus Williams, you look fucking stunning, but this is a boot.
Yeah, this has nothing to do with anything.
Yeah.
But you look great. Venus Williams, you look great, but also
Yeah, stunting on these hoes. Love the
it's
hair,
the
love the face.
theme. Maybe we don't do a theme anymore.
Um,
What
I I
is
would just
happening?
can't talk right now, mom. I am tooting and booting looks. Jesus, hold on. This is
We're almost done. This is our last one. What happened?
oh no, we've got a couple more. Let's just quickly go through some of these real
Let's
quick.
go quickly.
No shorts on the runway.
What is happening?
Are you fucking kidding me? Get away from me. No.
Who is this?
Melissa King, bless you, but no. Uh, Gemma Chan, love this. She's from Bling Empire, I think. Oh, and also was in Eternals.
I love everything but the like outcropping of her
I
silhouette.
like that. I think the
Okay.
silhouette's really cool. Like, especially like she's like
Mm.
giving like very like I'm a chandelier moment, and I like
I
that.
love the jacket. I love the dress. I don't love the little outcroppings. I would boot it.
I would toot it because this is the Met Gala. I'm looking for a little bit of
You love the
a little
bustle.
costume. I need a costume. I want you to be in a fashion. I want something more, you know.
Okay.
Evan Mock, no.
No.
And this is the last one. Sarah Jurassica Parker.
Jurassica.
Sarah Jurassica Parker in and just like that, I almost was fabulous. Like this is a very
Almost love it.
beautiful thing.
Almost love
Almost
it.
love, but I don't
I
love the shower curtains that she took from Target and sewed them together.
I mean, I feel like it's this line, isn't it? If the line wasn't in it.
Yeah, should have done one color. Should have done a big gold dress, like or
Oh
like
gosh. The shape is right, the hat is right.
fabric choice is wrong.
And it's sad because they really don't have any choices of this, guys. They're designers, they're stylists just come up.
Yeah, they're just like, oh, I guess I'm gonna go out and do this tonight. So
Ugh.
with that, we bring an end to our first installment ever of tooting and booting the look
Tooting
from.
and booting a look from Met Gala, which I
Yeah.
hope you guys enjoyed. Many of you may have logged off. That's fine. So here's the thing.
No. If you did log off, if they did, they're not here, and I don't care because we, you know, who we're here for? Ourselves. That's the thing.
Okay.
I do this podcast purely for my own benefit. I have
I know
fun.
this
That's
is
why I
our
do it.
fun one. This is 100% our fun one.
So yeah, if you logged off, then honestly, I hope you have a great weekend.
So I need to admit that one of the reasons that this is so good is like the world is falling apart. So the Met Gala makes me laugh. I'm glad for it. It's the same with the Johnny Depp thing. And that's a serious thing that has to do with real people. But I tell you what, I can't stop watching the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard highlights because it feels the same way where like there's things going on that I can't control. I can't control that either, but it's just a shit show that I signed up to watch.
When you came into this, forum,
Have
before you
any
were
of
in
you
time,
watched this? The
not
Johnny, have
really.
you? Oh, you would love it because Johnny Depp. My favorite scene is when, so Amber Heard has.
Your favorite scene like this is a movie.
Thank you. Exactly. That's the problem.
It's
It's
not
not.
a movie.
It's not a movie. It is someone who is mentally ill accusing someone else who's a little bit crazy of something, and then like literally, we are seeing two people who have a really tough time in navigating this world come at each other. But I got to tell you, there's
And this is why I limit my intake of things like that because I really want to take their problems on as my own, and I can't.
yeah, Amber
And I won't
Heard.
because again, it
Bless.
isn't my problem. I could not.
Nope.
I can't help them. And also, I can't. I mean, I already know what it's like to have a whole lot of attention on me, and it brings me so much stress. I can't imagine
I
what it's
know.
like to have the attention of so many people on them.
But Scotty just brought up a point that one of my friends pointed out. It is one of the first times that we're really hearing men be able to say, I was abused. And like there's some phone calls that they're playing that you're like, whoa, Johnny
Yeah.
Depp was abused. And if Johnny Depp can be abused, so can other men.
And this is
And by
like,
women.
yeah. And this is not to say so many men are gonna like cling to that and be like, well, yeah, men get abused too. It's like, yes, and not to nearly the same amount as women. And so it's one of those things where just like when it comes up to it, it's just like, don't see this as a way to compare things, but as a way to find solidarity with all people who are abused.
Yeah, exactly.
And
So
to
I
say
think
like
it's
abuse is not okay. Period.
literally the ability to just recognize that there is all this uh, there's more abuse happening across the spectrum. And
Mhm.
a reminder that the most abused folks are trans women.
Ding dong.
Ding dong. So that is our this
Yeah.
is just a little glimpse in how we are.
Mm. Yeah. And if you want a bigger glimpse into how we are, you can follow us across social media and go listen to our other podcasts. I've got a really cool podcast called A Tiny Revolution. And next week we have an episode with Nadia Bolz-Weber, which will be coming out on Tuesday.
Oh, Nadia.
And what do you
I,
got, Sarah? What are the other things that you got
I've
going
got
on?
Rev Covery, which is a podcast that I am very excited about. I'm also really excited about our Discord
What
community.
is
If
your
you want,
podcast about? You just said
Rev
I'm really
Covery
excited
is
about
a
it, but you
podcast.
didn't say what it was.
Rev Covery is a podcast for folks who have left ministry or thinking about leaving ministry or interested in like what does it mean to leave a job that felt like a calling. And it is interviews
Life
and
after
conversations,
ministry.
life after ministry. So
What's your one liner? Rev Covery, a podcast about
leaving ministry,
a podcast about leaving ministry.
a podcast about life after, we say a podcast after about life after the stained glass window.
See, now that is a good pitch.
Thank you.
And it's a
So
good show, by the way.
it is a really good show. It's so good. Oh my gosh, I enjoy it so much. So there's that. I would love for you. We've got a Patreon there, but just check the show out. And also for this
Mhm.
show, like and subscribe to it, and then leave us a
Like,
review.
subscribe. Yeah.
It's
A
so
quick
helpful
little
for us.
review on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts really does help. Typically on the show, we answer questions from the audience. So next week we'll be back with questions. But in the meantime, if you want to send us a message, you can go to
Thank you.
bit.ly/yourfaveants hotline and leave us a message in the form of a video, text, or audio message, and we'll share it on the show. Everything's anonymous, so no worries, mate. Unless you do a video, in which case I'm not going to do the extra work to like blur out your face. Just
No.
send a send
Yeah,
a
you're
message.
into it. Uh,
Um,
yeah, so that's what's going on. Our podcast is doing great. Love more listeners. Rev Covery. Yeah, that's all I'll say for right now. That's what I'm doing.
yeah, and
Oh, also I'm taking on more clients and redoing my website. So maybe I've got more things going on. RevSarahHeath.com.
yeah, that's dope. I'd also like to say that if you're listening to this and you are interested in joining the summer practice cohort 2K22, we're getting started on June 13th. It's a 12-week cohort of people who are going to be practicing spiritual practices, getting some one-to-one coaching with me. All the details are at thekevingarcia.com/cohort, or just DM me for some more information. It's honestly the best thing I do. It's my favorite thing that I do, and I'm really glad that I get to continuously get into like the way that I see people's lives change in such a short amount of time. Like we got 4 weeks into this, and people were just like, "I'm experiencing extended days of joy." I'm like, "That's the whole idea, Brenda."
Brenda,
Um, if you need anything from me, Sarah, you know where to find me.
if you need anything from me, Rev Sarah Heath everywhere.
Yeah. Um, yeah. So once again, before we go, make sure you are taking care of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you're doing something nice for yourself. Make sure you're drinking
Mhm.
water. Make sure you're taking your meds. Make sure you're calling in your support when you need it. And just know that even in the darkest of days, a little bit of laughter goes a long way. Wow.
We love
I
you.
sound like a motivational speaker. And that's 3 glasses of rose talking.
Have a great weekend. We
Have
love
a great
you.
weekend, everyone. Goodbye.